the night somebody threw a Molotov cocktail, which was aimed for the grocery store on the corner, and the Who were playing for a week at the Fillmore.
Who's next?
And the firemen came into the side doors in the front with their picks and their shovels and their axes, and the public thought that it was part of the act. And the group kept right on playing, and the fire inspector tried to jump on the stage, and Roger and Pete just shoved him right off the stage. And it was pandemonium. The audience loved it because they thought it was part of the show. The smoke started coming in the side doors. Then I remember they finished the show, but they had to hide because the cops were looking for them because they kicked the guy off the stage. And I walked on the stage. I remember, folks, there's a fire across the street. Would you just file out? And they filed out. And they all thought it was still part of the show. And then we had to surrender the Who the next day to the police voluntarily. And they were filed charges and they were dropped, but they were kept at the police station.
Hello, vinyl community. Dave the Pickup Artist with another round of Psychedelic Sunday, where the cost of one admission is your mind. We recently did a bit on psychedelic live albums, and we had a pretty good time with it. So I thought I would kind of revisit it, but kind of narrow it down and possibly ignite a thread, if possible. The name of the thread is Show Your Fillmore. And the object is, well, to show your Fillmore items, like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And it's as easy as that. Could be anything, CD, DVD, vinyl, whatever you want to show. Pretty simple thread. Everybody's got something from the Fillmore in their collection. A lot of people have a lot of stuff from the Fillmore. Of course, this is going to have a psychedelic bent to it. And a little bit of background. First, as a young boy, Bill Graham escaped from Nazi Germany and made it to France with the help from his mother. A lot of the Jewish orphans made it from France to the United States. Graham ended up in a foster care, New York foster care, in the late 40s. In the early 50s, he got drafted and entered the Korean War, where he got a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, I believe. So, he's a war hero. He always wanted to be an actor. So, in the early 60s, he took an Uber from New York to San Francisco. Like I said, he wanted to be an actor, but he was no Rock Hudson. So he got into an outfit called the San Francisco Mime Troupe. On a personal note, I was once kidnapped by a mime troupe, and they did unspeakable things to me. And he opened the Fillmore East, and yeah, basically we're just showing Bill Graham stuff. So I'll give you some examples. How about H.P. Lovecraft live in '68 at the Fillmore? This is Gothic Psych, I've heard it referred as. Somebody mentioned I missed this one on my live, but I show this one a lot. Great stuff, H.P. Lovecraft, and this is an excellent show, probably one of my favorite Fillmore shows. H.P. Lovecraft. one of my favorite bands also. Now, these albums and CDs, they don't have to be strictly Fillmore, but it's got to have at least one Fillmore track on it or something from the Fillmore. This particular one is half studio and half recorded at the Fillmore East, I believe.
And I left the house, and then we played 3 nights later at the New Orleans house on a weeknight, man. We got a really good crowd, you know.
You know, one of the rights of a producer, that he chooses the shows he wants to put on, and these are the shows I've decided to put on. I've never seen your band, and I have a right to put the groups on that I've seen and that I like, that I think will bring the public some pleasure. I'm not saying yours won't, but I haven't seen it.
Well,
That's my problem. But I haven't been here, and I've been gone for the last few weeks. I'm sorry.
well, I don't know. I just like to say, fuck you and thanks for the memories, man. You know, really, you know. Maybe sometime, you know, you'll hear us. You know?
No, under those circumstances, never, sweetheart. Never.
Oh, man.
No. You take your fucking attitude, Yo-Yo, and get out of this
No,
building.
hey, man, it isn't a question of that, man, you know.
The next time you say fuck you to me, you wouldn't be wearing that jacket.
Oh,
Yo-Yo.
man, you said it to me, man, you know.
Yeah. You know what I said to you when you're late, man, for a gig?
Hey, man.
Like your band was half the time. Would you please go down
Well,
those
that
stairs?
band was,
I know,
you
and
know
you were
what
the
I mean?
superstar. Would you please go down those stairs? You're right. You're
You
right.
know.
The next time you say fuck you
we're
to
not-
me, I hope it's out there somewhere with no cameras around. I'll take your teeth out of your mouth and shove them through your nose. Fucking asshole.
Another one I recently picked up is Quicksilver Messenger Service. Now this is interesting. This is there are some studio stuff on here. It's back then groups like the Dead and Quicksilver, they were mixing live stuff with studio stuff, and that's what they do here.
Sacrosanct.
What the fuck?
It says live portions recorded at the Fillmore East and West. And apparently one track on here called Calvary was recorded at the Golden State Recorders, but this has got Fillmore DNA all over it. Did I mention CDs? This is an oddball CD from Traffic. This is called Last Exit. This is kind of the same situation as the Mountain album I showed. Side 1 is studio tracks, and side 2 is recorded live at the Fillmore West. And they do 2 tracks called Feeling Good and Blind Man that I've never heard Traffic do. This is, if you can find this is a pretty cool album. Maybe you want to show a DVD. How about The Last Days of the Fillmore? I don't want to say it's a concert movie. It's more of a documentary on the last days of the Fillmore. And the best thing about, well, we got the great bands. That's probably the best thing. But we've also got Bill Graham, and we get to watch Bill Graham philosophizing and raging at various people. One of the best scenes is he goes off on the guy from the Charlatans and threatens to throw him down the stairs.
Some of you say fuck you to me. I hope it's out there somewhere with no cameras around. I'll take your teeth out of your mouth and shove them through your nose. Fucking asshole.
That's a classic scene, but yeah. Like I said, CDs. Allman Brothers. This is one. These were both recorded at Fillmore East, but different shows.
Take your teeth out of your mouth and shove them through your nose.
CD that had the last days of the Fillmore. You can get it on vinyl or CD. This has got a pretty cool booklet with all the posters from the Fillmore. Maybe you want to show a poster. Go for it. This apparently for $2.50, you could see Iggy Pop and the Stooges and the Flamin' Groovies. Or if you wanted to go Saturday, you could catch an act called Alice Cooper. And I know some of you have Fillmore original Fillmore posters too, so we definitely want to see those. Get back to the albums. Cream's classic Wheels of Fire, 2-record set. Half studio, half recorded at the Fillmore. Ginger Baker's track called Toad on it. It closes the album. They did that at their reunion show also. Good stuff. You want to show hard rock? Show some hard rock. We got Humble Pie, rockin' the Fillmore. You know this one, you love it. Good stuff. Performance. Rockin' the Fillmore. I don't know what my favorite track is on here. Probably, they also do a version of I Walk on Gilded Splinters, the Dr. John song that he did on his first album. You want to show soul? Go for it. How about Aretha Franklin live at the Fillmore? Aretha was having fun in the late 60s. She wanted to get down with the long hairs, so she started playing places like the Fillmore, the Avalon, and this is great. The albums that Aretha put out in the late 60s, she has one from Paris too that I have, are just a lot of fun, and she covers rock songs. She brings up Ray Charles at one point. I think we got Stevie Wonder on here also. No, Stevie's not on here. Ray Charles, King Curtis is on here, horn player. And Aretha plays piano throughout on this. Good stuff. A great way to find Fillmore stuff is on box sets. This Allman Brothers box set has, of course, a lot of the Fillmore stuff, including unreleased tracks. One of the tracks is called Drunken Hearted Boy. It was a track that didn't make the Live at the Fillmore album.
People like him make oh, drunken hearted boy. People like him make oh, drunken hearted boy.
But they did a remastered version of Live at the Fillmore, and they added a lot of stuff. And they released that, but I don't think it's on vinyl. I could be wrong about that, but this has got a ton of Fillmore songs from the Fillmore on it. And yeah. So yeah, Graham died at age 60 in a helicopter accident. He did get his wish. He did do a little acting. That's all we got this week, folks. I'll see you again next week. Take care, all.
And they came to the Fillmore to play and went on a stage. And I was in the office at the time. And one of the stage guys comes into the office furious. I said, "What's the matter?" He says, "Geez, she's on the stage. Then she just she did after her second number. Somebody in the audience says, 'We love you. Would you play all night?' She said, 'Well, I'm sorry, I can't. Graham will only allow me to do 40 minutes. Oh, the hell with him, the capitalist bastard. Just play. And the boos from the audience. He said, not only that, the very next number, the ending didn't work out right. And she said to the audience, hey, dig it, I'm sorry, this is only our second time together on any stage. When I heard the combination of these two, I was furious. First of all, if you don't have your shit together, don't get on a stage. I paid this certain organization $15,000 that weekend. And if musicians wanted to play late and the audience wanted to hear them play late, we went till 3, till 4, till 5, and it was our scene. And for her to say that as a cop-out because she didn't have any more material, that was her reason for saying that. So at the end of the set, I went into the dressing room, I said, why did you say that? And whatever name you can conjure up, that's what I use, slimy piece of shit. I said, you going to go back on that stage? And they asked for more. They asked the audience. I said, are you going to get out there? Oh, no. I said, you said to them that you apologized because you didn't have your shit together? I paid you $15,000. And if you weren't ready, don't perform. And you make them feel that I deprive you of that stage? Well, you got it there, yo-yo. And no. And I'm yelling and screaming at her, and the co-star of this group was a wonderful young man. And all of a sudden he peeps out. I'm ranting and raving at her. He says, well, Bill, shut up! The poor guy, I think he just melted into the corner of the dressing room. And I said, are you going to come out to the lady? No. I said, okay. I go back on the stage. I said, folks, just to clear things up, boo, boo. I said, hey, just hold it for a second. As far as I'm concerned, I'm here, the staff is here, the building is here, you're here. We'll go all night. Yeah, suck it to him, Graham, we love you. 2 minutes earlier, they wouldn't castrate me. I go back in the dressing room, and I said, call her Susie Cream Cheese. Susie, you going to get out there? No, I just don't have any more material, and you've made me a nervous wreck. I said, I made you a nervous wreck. We'll be here all goddamn night long. She refused to come out of the dressing room. I go back on the stage. I said, folks, let's stage a reverse sit-in. Let's not leave the theater. Let's just see if our stars of the evening will come back out, because I didn't want anybody to think that it was me. I went over to the ushers and to the security. I said, you want to watch the side doors As far as Backstage is concerned, I don't want those doors used, and I don't want anybody to go from Backstage to the front of the house. I go back to the dressing room. I said, Susie, there's only one way out of here. It's across that stage. Every other entrance is locked. We'll be here all night. And she went insane.